Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Sawtooth Nomad, and welcome back to Bloodborne. Now, while editing the last part, I accidentally, totally didn't catch this item over here that's over by the well. Literally passed it like 5 or 6 times, so we're gonna grab it real quick. Some more Molotov cocktails, which will definitely be helpful in the thing that we're gonna be doing today. Now, we're gonna go ahead and cut right back to the place that I was at. Bye! Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and spend a couple of these... We're going to use some of these blood echoes real quick and level up, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be challenging one of the bosses of the area very soon. And I think I only need this right now. So with building an arcane style build, we're going to be dumping a lot of our points into arcane, but we're not going to do that just yet because you do so much more damage with your base weapons in the beginning than with any of the tools that you will get later on, because you don't actually start getting stuff for the arcane build until about after the second or third boss. So we're going to go ahead and check this item real quick. Consume insight and ring the beckoning bell to enlist the cooperation of hunters from other worlds. Silencing blank ends with such forms of cooperation. So we get the beckoning bell and the silencing blank, and like it just said, the beckoning bell you could use insight to get other players from other worlds to come help you during like levels or boss battles, and the silencing blank just sends them back home if you don't want them anymore. Looks like we got another item up here, so we're going to grab it too. Consume insight and ring the old hunter bell to enlist the cooperation of old hunters. So this old hunter bell is actually used to summon NPC hunters. So if you're not playing online, you can use that instead, and if you need some help with a boss or a level, you can use that instead. We're also going to go over here and look at some fortification real quick. I think we're going to go and try out the saw cleaver for a little while and see where that leads us. And we're gonna see if we need to repair it. Doesn't look like we do. Awesome. And I think we'll go ahead and use some of these cold blood dews as well. Now, a fun little thing that the cold blood dews have is, you see the picture, it's just a little cold blood dew droplet. But if we go to the other forms of it, the picture kind of gets a little weirder. So you see how this one doesn't have any kind of smoke billowing, but this one starts to, and then, yeah. So all the cold blood dews up to like cold blood dew 12, their art, their icons are completely different, and it makes a picture of something, a transition, if you will. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, not do that. We're just going to use these real quick. Cool. We're going to rush over here. We're going to fortify... Oh, nope. I need more bloodstone shards. Okay. So one thing that I didn't show last time, too, is there is a fountain out here, this window. So you can buy things with insight in this game as well. You can make trades with messengers using insight. So you can purchase different things depending on what... progression in the game you are. You can buy a small resonant bell to help others in other worlds, so if you want to go help other people, you can be summoned to their world and help them out. The small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. We'll get to the underground labyrinth later. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. This bell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell, ring to help others and other hunters in other worlds. Note, it is an online use item only though, so you can't use it offline. So if you don't have internet, or if you don't have Wi-Fi or whatever, you can't actually use it, which is kind of just a waste of an insight to buy it, unless you're a completionist and you want it. So you can buy pungent blood cocktails, and I'm pretty sure don't have anything right now, but as the game progresses, we'll be able to buy more things from them, which is awesome. We'll be looking forward to that. Also, now that we've kind of progressed a little bit more, another messenger has appeared over here at the bath. So we can see what we can buy here. So instead of using Insight, we can actually use Echoes and buy blood cocktails as well as you can buy... I think there was something else. Yeah. Okay, so because we got the Saw Hunter badge, we can now buy all of the weapons that we could have gotten from the messengers in the beginning, like the Hunter's Axe or the Throated Cane if we want. So if you wanted to try out something else, this would be a good time to do it. Also, we can buy the Hunter Pistol and Hunter Blunderbuss, which I don't think I'm going to be using right now, so it's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and buy all of the Yharnam Hunter gear, because as much as I love the black aesthetic of this, I really enjoy the Yharnam set a little bit better as far as aesthetics goes. And honestly, it's not that much different as far as... Oh yeah, look at that. As far as defenses go. Now my character looks like a badass. Yeah. Alright, so now that we have only 920, I think we should go ahead and run over to Central Yharnam, and we're gonna go face our first boss. Alright, let's go. So, there's multiple different paths that we can take to get to the boss. Woo! Nice. 1 health left. Try to get some extra items if we can. But with this boss, I'm going to go ahead and put on some oil urns, because we're going to be needing those in a little bit. Yeah, so there are different paths that you can take to get to this boss, but I find that this is kind of the fastest way to get to it. And you don't have to aggro the beasts, so that's awesome as well. I think I aggroed a... Whoa! Panic for no reason there. Ooh, a gruesome sight. This must be the carriage driver, maybe. Surrounded by crows. Interesting. Let's see if we can just kind of aggro one at a time. Woo! There we go. Come in then. Nice. See, now we're dealing some damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Blood vials? Awesome. Okay. So now, this is the place, I believe. Big open area. No enemies. This must be a boss room. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up real quick, just in case I need anything else. I'm going to equip a Bolt Hunter's Mark, actually in the first slot, just in case we need to leave the arena for any reason whatsoever. Molotov, I think we got it. I don't have any fire paper, sadly, so we can't do anything with that. But that's okay. We should be fine. We should be fine. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so this boss is actually completely optional. You don't have to do this, but the item that you get from it is really good, and you can get more weapons from it. So we're going to go ahead and face it and see what we can do. Honestly, this is a very nice bridge. It's got, like, I think ashes is what it is, floating in the air. It's really nice. It's a very nice bridge. This is actually the same bridge that Gilbert said to cross to get to Cathedral Ward. A little bit of lore. And here we are. The first boss of Bloodborne is the Cleric Beast. If you guys watched the little bit of the... I think the demo of it, this was the last boss for it. Perfect. I've been playing this game a little too much. Woo! Oh no. Woo! Yeah, he does some damage. We'll try to parry it as much as we can and not get hit in the face. Woo! Woo. That hurts. So another fun thing that you can do, you can actually press, I think it's right on the D-pad, and you can not do the thing that I need. Oh no. Let's see what we can do. I'm trying to see if I can parry his head one more time. Nope. Come on, let me do it. You can press up on the D-pad and actually get some quicksilver bullets from your blood. That's what I meant to say, not the right D-pad. Whoa! That's his grab attack. We don't want to get hit by that. He's gonna do it again. Okay. So what you can also do is you can throw a couple oil urns at him, and I think I completely missed him. Wow. Okay. Try that again. Ooh, that hurt. We can throw a Molotov at him and do some good damage. 300. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna stop playing around now and go ahead and beat him. Nice, broke his leg. Woo! Nope. Dang it. Come on, give it to me. Woo! Panic. 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 I don't think it's gonna let me do it. That's okay. I'll just do this instead. Fight! 771 damage. Lord have mercy. There we go. So from the Cleric Beast, we get 4,000 Blood Echoes, as well as the Sword Hunter badge. Here we go. Let's go over here and check it out. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. As we saw right there with the Cleric Beast. Alright, cool. So while we're at it, we're going to grab this item over here, which is just 10 Quicksilver bullets. It's like I used way too many of them in that boss fight. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and light the lamp. We're going to return to the Hunter's Dream real quick. And then we're going to go and face the second boss, which technically can be the first boss, but yeah, it's whatever, right? Alright, now that we're back here, we get yet another messenger. So now we can buy antidotes from getting that badge, as well as a hand lantern, which is a small portable lantern. This hunting accessory provides light while leaving both hands free to hold weapons. The torch, however, provides a stronger source of light. So, in reality, if you use the hand lantern and the torch at the same time, the effects actually stack and you can get just a little bit more light out of it, which is a really nice touch. We can also buy the Chief Hunter Emblem, a cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago. Opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the Great Cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt, and can only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. Except we're not actually going to deal with this. We're not going to really buy this yet, not until probably later game, because we don't really need to buy it. There's actually a way that you can go through an optional area and completely negate buying that. Plus, that's 10,000 blood echoes that we can use to buy other weapons, much like this one right here, the Kirk Hammer, which is why I'm debating on buying it, actually, just for the boss that will be after the next. The Kirk Hammer, a trick weapon typically used by the Healing Church hunters. On one side, an easily offhanded silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon, characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. Basically, it's a silver short sword that transforms into a gravestone on a stick. That's the best way I can put it. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance toward the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. And I'm going to go ahead and buy it, because why not? We can also buy the repeating pistol by getting the Sword Hunter badge. The repeating pistol, typically used by Healing Church hunters, crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design. The repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of Quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart, as the trump card in one's arsenal. So the repeating pistol with a blood tinge build is actually really good. It got buffed up in a patch a while ago, and both shots will actually do increased damage now. So if you can land both shots on somebody during like PvP, it's just phenomenal. I don't think we can buy anything else from this badge, so we're going to go ahead and get out of there. And go ahead and use the last bit of our cold blood dew. Don't worry, we'll be getting more later. We're going to run over here and see if we can fortify the weapon at all. We're running low on some bloodstone shards, but don't worry, we can definitely farm later if we really want to. Not that I really want to be honest, though. But, we'll also run over here. Let's see if I can put any more into strength. Yes, I need one more into strength to be able to wield the Kirk Hammer, which will be fine because we don't need it just yet anyway. Cool. So now we're going to run over and do the second boss, and I think the best way will be through Central Yharnam once again. So the second boss that we'll be hunting today is a little bit of a sad sort, because there's actually a complete storyline if you've been paying attention to what I've been doing and what we've been finding. What we'll need for this fight is not actually any of that, I don't think, but we'll keep it just in case. What we're going to need this time is we're going to need this tiny music box. A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly: Viola and Gascoigne. Interesting. So another thing of note is we actually gained 4 insight from defeating the Cleric Beast. Awesome, right? Whenever you enter a boss room, you get an insight, and as soon as you defeat the boss, you get more insight from it. And the insight is going to be a very big primary stat in our arcane build. Nice dodge. Let's see if I can... Yep, elevator's still open. Cool. That Eldritch Knowledge will be used to up the damage of most of our spells that we're going to be using throughout the game. The only sad part about it is that we're not going to be getting our first one until a little later. So, if we went below and used the sewers, we can go past that giant boar and actually bypass this entire area. But because I wanted to show you guys what the bridge is, so there's a small angry mob piling up down there, but you also see that big ball. It's interesting, right? We're gonna actually run past these guys because this torch guy is gonna do it for us. Woo! not kill very many of them, which is fine, because they got out of the way, I guess. And they've completely left me alone. We're just gonna go ahead and deal with it later. Because now, we can get this guy. I'm gonna dodge that shot, because I ain't gonna deal with it. Oh no! I think I missed it. Yeah, I did. Darn it. And I completely missed that. What? What's going on here? I'm gonna grab some bloodstones here. Boom. Bloodstones. Blood bullets, sorry. I can English today. Don't lie to yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little damage doing that, but that's okay. So now we can hear some heavy breathing. But before we go up there, we're gonna go over here, because this ladder actually will take you all the way back down to the sewers. So you can actually sneak attack that giant pig if you want to. But it's completely up to you. Personally, I just like running past it myself. So we get over here and we see two beast men hovering over a body, maybe investigating it, but I think we're going to investigate this guy's spine. Beautiful. And then we're going to try to get this guy. Perfect. And now that we've put some points into our skill and strength, we can actually kill these guys in one hit, which is wonderfully amazing. Okay, so now we're going to come up these stairs, and we're going to find ourselves in front of the second boss arena. Alright, let me make sure that I have everything good to go, just in case. Oop, there we go. Controller died a little bit there. Should love it when your electronics have a mini stroke. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the one oil urn that I have, I think. Because we're going to need that for the... Oops.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Alright, so now we're facing Father Gascoigne. Usually I can do that. Ah! That hurt. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. This is gonna be a long fight. Very long fight.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it seems to me it's enough to make a man sick.
I would love to know how he's speaking and also grunting at me. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay. We're gonna not do that again. Take a shotgun blast to the face. Another shotgun blast to the face. There we go. Come on. Ooh, got him. Nice. Get that health back. Alright, so this is where I think it gets interesting. Come on. Let's get some more blood here. Come on. Ah, I missed it. Oh, okay, it's fine. Nice hit. Come on. Woo! Oh, this is the worst part. The gravestones will always get you if you're not careful. Ah, come on, there we go. Oh no! Here we go. Panic. Ooh, panicking a little bit. Come on. So what we can do, actually, is we can use the tiny music box, and if we play it, it'll actually harm him a little bit, and we can use some parry attacks. But he's gonna go ahead and transform into a beast! And I totally missed it. Woo! There we go. That happened. He's gonna break some of the obstacles for us, and we die. Panicked a little bit. And that's gonna be death number 4. To Father Gascoigne. Alright, so now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to jump cut to where I actually beat him, because I don't think you guys want to see me continue trying to beat this boss all of this time, but if I get anything interesting on camera, I'll be sure to put it in. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, cool. It only took one more attempt. Alright. So that's what happens when you actually concentrate and try not to panic all the time. So for killing Father Gascoigne, we get the Odin Tomb Key. We're gonna check this out. Key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today, the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Odin have all gone mad. Well, that's a nice thing to say to people who are nice. We're gonna pop this lamp, and instead, we're actually gonna go ahead and come up here up these stairs and go a little bit to the left. Because if we jump down here, you can see a little bit of blood splatter. And jumping down, we see an item, but we see a corpse of a woman with a red jeweled brooch. The same red jeweled brooch that the child asked us to find. It appears this is what happened to the little girl's mother. So we're gonna go ahead and check this red brooch out. I think it's up here in Blood Gems. Nope. Here it is. A woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. So if we combine that with the music box, the note of Viola and Gascoigne, it seems like Gascoigne was the father of the child, and this was his wife. Apparently he had gone completely mad, blood drunk during the hunt, forgot everything, and murdered his wife in cold blood. Sadly, he didn't know what he was doing, I guess. Now, there are two things that we can do. We can go and give this brooch back to the girl and tell her a safe haven of a sort. Or we can break it and get a really nice blood gem from it. And actually there's a small quest that goes with the little girl if you tell her to go to a certain place. But for those who are interested in actually playing it and seeing for yourself, you're more than welcome to. Me, on the other hand, I'm not going to, because I like the blood gem a little bit more than what the quest will give you at the end. So we're just going to keep that for now, though. But we're going to come up here and find a bit of a study area, it looks like, and a chest. Let's open it and see what we find. We find a blood gem workshop tool. Ironically, the thing that we were just told about. A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. So we can use these founded blood gems here, like the striking blood gem, a blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Blood gems are especially rare bloodstones that grow on cold blood. Blood gems are kneaded into weapons using workshop tools, but only when of matching shape. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks. So this striking blood gem, if we were to put it on to a weapon, I think it gives it the skill scaling, I think I want to say. And here we open give it a moment. A beautiful cathedral. Chapel, I should say. Jeez, cathedrals are bigger. Good job. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, for it tolls for thee. We open up to Odin Chapel. So this place is going to be kind of like a hub area for a little while, because from here on, the path throughout the game kind of diverges into different sections. So we can go down there, which is where we're going to go, or we can go up that direction, and there's really no point in going that way yet. So I think I'm just going to leave it for now, but there's this person over here in tattered red clothing. Let's talk to them and see what happens.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does. Always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely. Not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yharnam's done for, I tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Odin Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
Awesome. So now talking to this person, you now have access to tell NPCs, other people who are being endangered of the hunt, to come here to Odin Chapel as a safe haven. And a safe haven it is, as there's plenty of candles and incense being burned to ward off any beasts that may try to come in. Let's see what else this chapel person has to say.
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Odin Chapel. If they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are. I know I should if I...
Okay, recycled dialogue. That's cool. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the hunter's dream, and I'm gonna show you guys something else that I missed. Alright guys, so now we're back at Yusefka's clinic. You may be asking, why are we coming back to this place? We've been here like 3 or 4 times. Shouldn't we have found everything by now? Well, you're right, we have, except for one thing. If we walk back up the stairs where we woke up on the clinic table, the doors are now shut. And if we walk up to the doors and try and open them, we can talk to somebody on the other side.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yusefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
So we're gonna see what else she has to say.
If you find anyone who's still human, send them straight to Yusefka's clinic. You can assure them there's no place safer. Please, do me this service.
Awesome. So this nervous woman on the other side of this door is Yusefka, or who we think is, and we can actually kind of see through the crack a little bit of the character model that was used, maybe, oh, well, half of her face anyway. And she's wearing some interesting garb. Huh, very white. So, must be a doctor of some kind, right? So now we have a choice throughout the game when we find NPCs. We can send them over to Yusefka's clinic, or we can send them to Odin Chapel. Now, there are different things that happens depending on which who you send where. So we're gonna go ahead and run back, and we're gonna go and wake up at the other lamp real quick. Alright, now we're waking up back at the Central Yharnam lamp, and we can actually come back here, I think, and talk to Mr. Gilbert and see what he has to say now that we've crossed the bridge. He doesn't sound good.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I did this...
So we get the flame sprayer from Gilbert. We're gonna see if he has anything else to say real quick.
I made no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human. Don't you worry about me.
Alright, so Gilbert has given us the flame sprayer, which if we come over here to the left weapon slot, we can look at it, and it says, a special weapon used by certain members of the Healing Church. Spits searing flames by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Not the most efficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes a sea of flames is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, the beasts of Yharnam can always use a good cleansing. So yes, so now we have a handheld flamethrower, is what the flame sprayer is. We're going to try that out real quick. Boom. That's amazing. So that'll be good when we're versing beast-type characters. As well as, if you look closely, you can see that the light has actually changed. The night has progressed a little bit. The moon is now lowered, now that we've beaten Father Gascoigne. During the game, the night will progress as you progress through the game. It's a nice little effect that they added that I really appreciate. It really shows how much they really liked it. Or they like their product here. Game. Wow, what am I even saying at this point? Curses us as he dies. Alright. We're gonna run back over to where we found the crow person, crow girl. We're not actually gonna go that far. There's a reason why. Dispatch the K9 units. Ah, and they're gonna knock me. How annoying. Grab some more blood bullets there. And we're gonna come over here back to this door, because if we talk to this person again...
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Alright, so now we can tell this woman of Odin Chapel or tell of Bucephalus Clinic, or we can withhold the information entirely. Honestly, I would rather send her to Odin Chapel.
An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Ugh, very rude woman. So, as we'll see in just a moment, when we arrive back over to Odin Chapel, we have a new NPC, an old woman in a chair. So let's see what she has to say now that she's come here to Odin Chapel.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yharnam's in, it's all your fault. Stupidity outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type.
Ugh, she's quite rude. We're gonna see what else she has to say.
You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks. You.
Ugh, so we help her out and she ends up turning a cheek to us. Ah, well, at least she's safe for now, right? And if we come back over here to the chapel attendant, they actually have some different dialogue too.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
And we get the Triumph emote, which is awesome. Talk again, see what happens.
If you find any, send them along the word.
Oh, not much left. Okay. So the emotes... Oop, that's personal effects. The emotes right here, if you click the left side of your PlayStation 4... I guess it's the touchpad? I think that's what it's called. You can do different types of emotes during PvP, or if you just want to do something completely different. Jump for joy a little bit. Awesome. So we can switch it, actually, and do... the Triumph. Here we go. So basically we just kind of do a yes gesture, which is kind of cool, I guess. Okay. So what we're going to do next is come over here. Okay. I didn't think there was anything back here, but Doesn't hurt to try, right? Go ahead and clear this place out. Oh, looks like we have our first new enemy of the area. Looks like a very tall Slenderman style figure. And he does some damage. So these are some of the church people of the Great Cathedral. These guys patrol the streets in search of any beastly activity and seek to destroy it. Very interesting. Search this corpse, grab some more pebbles. Nice, nice. We'll come over here to the right and see more crows. And I'm gonna miss every single hit. Such is life, and come over here and grab this item, which is a madman's knowledge. Hey, that's awesome. Over here, grab this. Another pebble? Ooh, what is this guy doing? He's got a lamp. He doesn't like me very much. I need to stop getting stabbed by people's walking sticks. And he's gonna phase through the floor. Thanks, From Software. Let's come up here and see what we can find. Ooh, another man. I don't know if you would call them human. I don't think they're really human, to be honest. Ooh. And here we grab a wooden shield. Nice. Let's check it out. A crude wooden shield used by the masses who have arisen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffective against the strength of the beasts as they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity. So the point of Bloodborne is you want to be as fast as possible and do as much damage as possible and get out. It's kind of the way you're supposed to play it, but people do tend to use the shield every once in a while, I've seen. And it's a fun little thing to do during like PvP, because I think you can parry attacks with it, but not really sure myself. Anyway, that's all that we can really do up there, so we're gonna go down here to the right, down some stairs, and see what we can do about this guy, possibly. See if we can maybe get a visceral attack on him, maybe not. Follow him and see what we can do. Some sneaky times. Falling in line, as is tradition. Ah, I missed it. Whoa! Ouch, that hurt. Let's see what we can do. Missed it. Just waste a quick silver bullet doing that, but that's okay. So we're gonna come over here and see what he was looking at. And it looks like he was just looking at a gorgeous view. If I do say so myself.